You'll see where that red box is, that red polygon. That's where we have the tornado warning, and it does include Adair and Casey counties. That's going to be until about 4:45 tonight. This has been an evolving forecast, to be perfectly honest, and we do have actually 2 of our counties that are technically under a tornado watch. When we get to that level 3 risk, it starts to catch our attention a bit. So that's why we have issued this alert day for tomorrow. It has been issued for several days now. I could show you guys a better idea of the wind because it is moving the storm tracker, and the storm tracker is a very heavy vehicle, and it is moving it back and forth all over the road. And I'll show you guys outside right now at the point where it's like, okay, we're done sweating. Let's get a move on things. It's now almost October. We want some cooler weather, but not going to be happening really anytime soon. It's a Category 5 powerful hurricane, just essentially a buzzsaw across the central Atlantic. Not a ton of rain out of this system, but it's what's behind the cold front that is going to be the big story. Take the Gene Snyder, especially eastbound from Beulah Church Road to Bardstown Road. They have all lanes blocked off. The humidity, when it's high, especially with the hot temperatures, that can make it feel a lot worse, just like with a wind chill, but it's going to be a heat index. And number 1 will arrive with just some plain old rain tomorrow morning, but we expect the second round to arrive tomorrow afternoon, and that's what could bring the potential of some of those strong, severe storms. So if your car looks anything like mine, it definitely needs a good wash. So if you want to get the car washed and you want to get your money's worth, now's the time to do it. The good news is it is going to weaken, but the impacts will still be very real for that part of the country. So let's take you through Futurecast, and here's a general idea of what some of the radar trends could look like throughout this afternoon.
Thank you for such a beautiful weekend forecast so far.
You're so welcome. It's what I'm here for, because obviously I have so much control over that.
Yeah, you basically do.
I'll take all the credit for when the weather is nice, but don't come at me when it's not good. You're going to be seeing weather whiplash pretty much all week long. Eat that ice cream fast, because temperatures are going to be well into the mid-90s, if not approaching the upper 90s. But at least the sunrise looks nice. Just if you don't like spiders like me, just look away. I'll try to block him out. Timing of that's going to be very dependent on if we see this complex of storms move in, even if it's just grazing a few of our counties. That
Go to Jessica Dobson for what we need to know.
Yeah, hopefully today that people were able to get outside and enjoy the dry time we had. And honestly, tomorrow we'll still have plenty of dry time too, but we're just going to be watching for the potential of a few more rounds of showers and storms, likely one larger round that will arrive much later on tomorrow night. But we are still tracking a couple of downpours that are moving through parts of wave country. Really, most of these are just outside of our area, closer to central Indiana and Indianapolis. We have one just kind of rogue thunderstorm taking place near Bloomington. The rest of these are just some heavier downpours. No real lightning associated with them. They are below severe limits, not seeing a ton in the way of gusty winds, so that's all great news. And they are kind of shifting their way further as they work their way to the east. They're also shifting a bit further to the north and east, so it might clip a couple of our counties, and that tornado watch has been allowed to cancel early for both Jackson and Jennings counties, so that's good news there too. We weren't really expecting much in the way of severe weather tonight. We've been watching the potential very closely. We've seen a couple of isolated strong storms across south central Kentucky too. Again, not in our immediate wave country area, not in our 30 counties, but we have a couple of showers that are making their way towards places like Welch's Creek, towards parts of Litchfield into Grayson County. So we'll take you through the rest of tonight. In all honesty, the next best chance of rain will take place over the course of the next hour or so. After that, chances will eventually taper off, and we'll wake up to mostly dry conditions for our Sunday. But we do have that alert day on the way for tomorrow night. So most of these storms will likely arrive tomorrow, maybe as early as the late afternoon, but I really think our best chances of strong storms will take place after dark. So after sunset tomorrow, damaging wind gusts and hail, those will be the 2 primary risks, but we can't rule out also some frequent vivid lightning that will create some loud storms, especially as you're trying to sleep tomorrow night. And then also some heavy rain, some heavy downpours will be possible too. The Storm Prediction Center has placed all of our counties under this level 2 of 5 risk for seeing a couple of those strong storms. And really, tomorrow is not going to be a washout, but it's going to be tomorrow night that we have to watch very closely. We could see a couple of showers try to form during the early afternoon hours, but I really think our best chances will be during the late evening. But if we see too much cloud cover or too many showers, again, like today, that could put a hamper on some of our storm chances tomorrow night. So looking ahead towards tomorrow, waking up to mostly dry conditions, a good amount of sunshine tomorrow too, and that's really what's going to be helping to aid in some of our storm fuel that we need to get going, especially for any storms that try to get going even close to 11 p.m. midnight tomorrow. So almost a similar time frame to what we've seen today, and you'll see some of those brighter shades of reds and pinks that indicate some heavy rainfall and maybe even some of those taller thunderstorms where you could see some isolated pockets of hail. So something to keep in mind, maybe park your car in the garage tomorrow night just in case. We're also going to be expecting some gusty winds, some heavy pockets of rain will continue throughout tomorrow overnight and into early Monday morning. It does look likely that by the time the morning rush arrives on Monday, most of us will be in good shape in terms of the showers and storms that we have. Wind and hail will be the primary threats. Flooding will be possible as well, but tornado risk is going to be very, very low. Not expecting or worried about too many rotating thunderstorms. Wind gusts, though, once the system exits our area, we're looking at wind gusts as high as around 20 to maybe 30 plus miles per hour. So it will turn quite gusty at times. Wednesday night is when we'll have our next round of showers and storms, a few of which could be on the strong side. So again, most of these are going to be taking place during the evening hours. So your school bus stop Wednesday morning should be in good shape. Otherwise, highs stay below average through this upcoming week, only in the mid 80s. We'll be right back after this break.